Cleopatra VII Philopator 69 BC 30 BC was the last pharaoh of the Ptolemaic dynasty in ancient Egypt and one of the most famous women of the ancient world. Her story is full of power, love, and tragedy, and is far-reaching. Cleopatra VII was born in 69 BC and was the daughter of Ptolemy VII. Her family had a complex background. Ptolemaic rulers often married siblings to maintain a pure royal lineage. This was also the case with Cleopatra, who later married two brothers, Ptolemy XIII and Ptolemy XIV, and ruled Egypt together. In 51 BC, Cleopatra became the ruler of Egypt, along with her brother Ptolemy XIII. However, a power struggle soon erupted between the siblings, resulting in Cleopatra being forced to flee Egypt. Her intelligence and political skill were evident during this time. In 48 BC, Cleopatra skillfully allied herself with Julius Caesar of Rome. According to legend, she wrapped herself in a rolled blanket and was secretly escorted into Caesar's tent. This bold move caused Caesar to take a great interest in her and eventually helped her regain her throne. Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar was not only one of political cooperation, the two also became lovers. Their son Caesarion was born in 47 BC. After Caesar's assassination, Rome was plunged into civil war. Cleopatra once again demonstrated her extraordinary political savvy by forming an alliance with Mark Antony, one of Caesar's heirs and a member of the Three-Headed League. Cleopatra and Antony met in Tarsus in 41 BC and subsequently developed a deep emotional relationship. Antony gradually moved away from Rome, devoting much of his time and resources to Egypt and Cleopatra. Cleopatra's relationship with Antony caused great discontent in Roman politics. Octavian, later Augustus, another member of the Triple Alliance, took advantage of this and started a propaganda war against Antony and Cleopatra in Rome. In 32 BC, Octavian declared war on them, which history calls the Battle of Actium. In 31 BC, the Battle of Axen broke out, and the allied forces of Antony and Cleopatra suffered a disastrous defeat at sea. Antony and Cleopatra fled back to Egypt, followed by Octavian's army. In 30 BC, Octavian captured Alexandria, and Antony killed himself because he mistakenly thought that Cleopatra had committed suicide. Cleopatra hid in the royal palace in Alexandria for several days. Octavian tried to use her as a captive, but she was unwilling to be humiliated by the Romans. After realizing she could not escape, Cleopatra chose to commit suicide. She is said to have ended her life by letting a venomous snake, often thought to be a cobra, bite her. Cleopatra's death marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty in ancient Egypt, and Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. Her story was widely celebrated by later generations and became an inspiration for literature, art, and theater. Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, several movies and novels have depicted her legendary life. Cleopatra was known not only for her beauty, but also for her intelligence, ambition, and political skill. She was a multilingual scholar who strove to preserve Egypt's independence and demonstrated extraordinary leadership in complex international situations. Her story continues to inspire countless people today, making her one of the most charismatic and influential women in history.